exact fashion on the show, so we are breaking out all of these surprise guests. You never know who's going to drop by. And we have one right now that we're very excited about. The most important thing about this gentleman is that he played 2 years with Nate Burleson, and he's the only person to ever call Nate Burleson Nate Dummison. He's also one of the greatest athletes in any sport ever in the history of mankind. Ladies and gentlemen, Randy Moss. Let's go! What's up, Randy? Look at this guy.
Hey, good morning. Good morning, y'all. What's happening with you?
What's going on? What's up, Moss? How you doing, bro?
Bruh, I had to surprise you, bro. I watch you mostly every morning. Good morning, Shreg and the team. But man, you've done a hell of a job, and I know you're moving on, man. So I just wanted to just come on before you leave up out of here, man, to just show you some love.
I appreciate that, man. It means a lot.
Randy, let's get into this. So 2003, you're with the Vikings, of course. The team drafts this skinny little wide receiver out of Nevada, third-round pick, but he joins you and Dante to form one of the best aerial attacks in the league. Before we get into it, Randy, here's a look back at some moments that you and our brother Nate shared on the sidelines.
Now defense got to come through. We get the ball back and make another play. You got one more in you? Yeah, I need the ball, man. That's what I do, man. I feel you. That's what I do. I feel you. We gonna get you that rock. Hey, NFL fans. Right now. I told y'all in the first quarter. Okay. Any team that want to play the Minnesota Vikings one-on-one single safety, we will end your game quick. Okay. Remember that. Believe that.
Randy, we're laughing. You're laughing. What comes to mind when you look at this stuff and you think about playing with Nate?
I just remember Nate just coming in, and I think that myself and the Viking fans were just wondering where the help was going to come from in the passing game. And I know that Nate had a hell of a career. He did disappoint. And, we had high expectations for us, as you see all the trash talking between myself, Kelly Campbell, and Nate himself. So we had a lot of fun and just been able to just bring energy to the game, bring energy to practice. We had a lot of fun, man. So that just being able to see Nate transition over to an analyst and him seeing me transition over to an analyst is just what makes times like that so special.
Randy, I'll do anything to be on that bench with Kelly Campbell, you, and Nate Burleson, and be in that wide receivers room. What a group. Throw in Matthew Hatchett and the rest. Yeah. You guys had a really cool crew out there. Love seeing you on our show. It's cool taking some time away from ESPN to join NFL Network for a moment. And we saw that game, that wild card win in Lambeau. You guys were the second team in the history of Lambeau Field to go in there and win a game in that postseason. You had 2 touchdowns in that game. Nate scored a touchdown. Randy, I want to start with you. Talk about that win and what that meant for your organization and your locker room when you guys went into Lambeau Field and beat Brett Favre and the Packers in that huge, huge battle.
Well, just like I said, I just remember just the game and this the importance. And you're seeing Nate right here being able to stiff arm a guy and getting up that left sideline right there. And just remember the performance that he had and just going back in the locker room and just having his yards after the catch is one of the things that really stands out to me. And as you can see, his touchdown right there over the middle, I think it was a skinny post. Him just being able to just be a part of the Vikings and for us to be able to team up. Like I said, I really had some uncertainty because when you're talking about guys like Hatchett and Jake Reed and Hall of Famer Chris Carter leaving the team is kind of like, well, I know I'm getting doubled and triple coverage, but where's the help going to come from? So, like you said, a third-round pick out of Nevada, Reno. Nate Burleson came in and started high-stepping, and we had a lot of fun, man. That's why, like I say, just seeing us just transitioning over to another part of our life and knowing that he's moving on up there. And, Nate, don't forget the little people when you get up there to the top. But like I said, man, it's all fun. It's all love. And like I said, just being able to just look back at clips like that and just seeing, both of us happily married, loving family, loving wife and kids, man, it's a joy to see.
Yep.
It really is. I mean, 2 years together, 12 touchdowns for Burleson, including over 1,000 yards receiving. That one was in 2004. You're saying all these nice things about him. So I ask you, Randy, why did you call my buddy here, Nate Dummison? Do you remember calling him this? And tell me more about that.
Well, I think that Dummison had to come with just being a rookie. And I think just making rookie mistakes. And I think that just for me, you hear, you know, teachers always talk about being in the classroom and studying on the board. But I think that, you know, certain athletes need to be on the field to be able to learn also. So I think just us getting to know one another, get a better understanding of what buttons we can push and what buttons we can't. So Dummy Center is just something that just hit, clicked, and we ran with it. But you know, I've always talked about, every time I talk to Nate off camera, as always, he did this funny impression of some guy back in Seattle. He used to call himself Nerp Nerp. Nerp Nerp. You remember that?
Nerp. I got you. Hold on.
Do it.
Oh my God.
There go Nerp Nerp right there.
And he loves it.
So
Nerp Nerp.
So like I said, it was just all fun and game. And you know, you playing in the National Football League, man. It's not always business like, you know, 24/7. Some ways you got to find ways to put humor into the game and also have fun. And you know, the time that me and Nate spent together was definitely something I'll never forget.
We love it, and we want to tap into it. Randy, you're renowned for your recall and your storytelling. We're going to bring up 2 photos of you and Dumison together, and then we're going to, I want you to guess what he was saying to you at the time, or if you remember what you were actually talking about, share it with us. Here's photo number 1, or you can make it up, whatever you want. Photo number 1 of Moss and Burleson. What comes to mind, Randy?
That clip right there is probably something laughing. I just told you about being able to put some humor into the game. So I was probably either laughing at something our coach, Charlie Baggett, probably said something crazy, or him probably doing something nerpish to get our day started.
Oh, my God.
All right, Nerp Nerp is trending worldwide. We love it. Picture number 2 of Moss and Burleson. Take this one away, Randy. What comes to mind here?
Just looked like, you know, one of us has scored a touchdown. It looks like we're in Detroit. That's what it looks like to me. But it just looked like one of us has scored a touchdown, and just coming and just showing our brother some love and appreciation. So like I said, man, it was just, you know, I had high expectations for us any year that I played, and just having a guy like Nate coming in where, now these rookies are coming in first-round picks, and they don't even know if they're going to play or not. Nate came in as a third-round pick and was thrown in the fire right away. So, like I said, it was just more of some uncertainty and not knowing, you know, what we were going to get in Nate. And like I said, man, we hit the ground running from OTAs and training camp. He had a hell of a career, made some big plays throughout his career. And like I said, just him making the transition and moving on up from Good Morning Football to a bigger stage, man, is definitely a blessing.
No doubt about it, Randy. I appreciate you calling in. It really warms my heart. You know, a lot of people had Randy misunderstood. Didn't talk much. He would do things in the community and didn't want the cameras to show up. Mm-hmm. And the organization would say, "Hey, Randy, we want to send some cameras to see you talking to the kids or giving backpacks, jackets away." And say, "Nah, I don't do it for all of those reasons." So right away, I knew that he was a genuine person. And Randy would be more of a leader and a coach to the young players than some of our coaches were. Mm-hmm. So when I share stories about me growing up and maturing, I always go back to a lot of the things that Randy told me. Car rides on our way to an autograph session. When he was hurt, he bumped into me and he said, "Hey, you got a few weeks before I'm back healthy. Get your rocks, catch as many balls as you can, because when I come back, this is my team again."
You already know.
I remember being on the sideline. Of course.
Right.
I remember being on the sideline and seeing Randy in Oakland. And I'm playing in Seattle. Uh-huh. And I dapped him up. And he leaned in right before the game and he said, "Now it's your time. You're not playing in my shadow anymore. Mm-hmm. Go out there and prove that you're worth every dollar." These are things that only a big brother would say to his little brother, pushing him for greatness. And I remember when he was inducted to the Hall of Fame, I said, "Congratulations, I love you, and you doing your thing in TV." And this is a prime example of me still walking in your footsteps. So, Randy, thank you so much, man. I don't think I tell you enough how much you meant to me. When people call me a big brother and all these young wide receivers that I've mentored over the years, that's only because I had guys like you and Marcus Robinson to look at and lead me along the way. So I appreciate you calling in, bro, for real.
No doubt, Nate. Hey, man, the feeling is mutual, man. And I definitely wouldn't be a husband if I didn't do this, but I want to send a shout out and a happy birthday to my lovely wife, Miss Lydia Moss. Man, happy birthday, baby. I know you watching me and Nate and the Good Morning Show this morning. So, baby, enjoy your birthday.
Happy birthday. That's what's up. Happy birthday, Lydia. Appreciate you, Randy.
Randy, go fish.
Hey, appreciate y'all, man.
Oh, he's always fishing.
Hey, I'll be out there in a few hours, Trey. God bless you guys, man.
I know you will.